A raw, electric transfer story is unfolding, and at its centre sits an 18-year-old from Ghana who is suddenly on several of Europe's biggest clubs' radars. Prince Amoako Jr. has burst onto the scene at FC Noord-Zeeland with a blend of speed, low-centred dribbling, and a nose for goal that has already produced 4 goals and an assist in 8 senior appearances this season. Numbers that read like a neon sign to scouts hunting for the next big wing prospect. Now reports suggest Arsenal are not merely observing, they are intervening, and they are not alone. Real Madrid and Tottenham are circling too, turning what might have been a quiet development in Denmark into a full-blown race that could define the next transfer window for several clubs. At first glance, the attraction is obvious. Amoako is fearless on the ball, comfortable cutting inside or charging down the flank, creating chances with sudden changes of pace and a willingness to attempt the impossible. For a manager like Mikel Arteta, who values intelligent wide play and attackers who can both penetrate and link, a young dynamic winger could be a long-term solution and an asset to rotate into a squad already hungry for silverware. But transfer stories live in the details, and the details here are complicated. Amoako is under contract at Noord-Zeeland until the summer of 2030. A timeline that gives his club negotiating leverage and could force suitors to pay a premium rather than picking him up cheaply. That contract, combined with the immediacy of interest from continental heavyweights, means Arsenal face a classic strategic choice: move decisively and invest now, or hold back and risk losing a promising talent to a rival. There are footballing questions too. At 18, Amoako remains raw. His moments of brilliance are mixed with lapses in end product and defensive discipline. The Premier League's physicality and relentless tempo are a different test from Danish top-flight matches, and any buyer will have to account for the time and coaching needed to convert potential into consistent, elite performance. Yet the flip side is irresistible. Given targeted development, this player's instinctive attacking skill set suggests he could, within a season or two, evolve into an unpredictable weapon down the left flank, capable of opening games against stubborn defences. For Arsenal, who balance a young core with title ambitions, that kind of projection matters more than immediate guaranteed returns. The presence of Real Madrid in the narrative raises the stakes further. When La Liga's behemoth shows interest in a youngster, the optics tilt toward inevitability unless rivals act fast. Tottenham's inclusion is no surprise either. Spurs have shown in recent windows they will pursue promising attackers who can be both short-term contributors and long-term investments. In this sense, the Amoako situation becomes more than a player profile. It's a test of Arsenal's recruitment philosophy. Do they double down on youth, betting that their coaching structure and Arteta's vision will polish the rough edges? Or do they allow a competitor to swoop and force a last-minute scramble? The economic side cannot be ignored. Contract length, competition, and the player's rising stock will push any fee upward, but in modern football, timing often trumps budget. A confident early move could secure a cheaper deal and give the player room to adapt on the fringes of the first team. Hesitation could see price inflation and a tougher fight for signatures. Whatever happens, Prince Amoako Jr.'s rapid rise from youth prospect to multi-club target is a reminder how quickly the football landscape shifts when a teenager finds a run of form. For fans, for scouts, and for decision-makers in North London and beyond, the question is urgent and simple. Act now and shape a promising future, or watch a potential generational talent drift into someone else's project and wonder what might have been. The coming weeks will tell whether Arsenal can turn interest into acquisition and whether Amoako's next move will be the shock transfer that changes headlines and perhaps a club's direction for years to come.